Yo, what's up? This is Craig David, and this is GRM.
GRM, know what's going on lately. GRM, check it out on the day. GRM, check it out on the day. GRM, GRM.
Let's talk about Miami. Never been. I heard it's beautiful. I heard you were there. Now, in this beautiful place, Miami, my good friend Austin told me that you started to play music before a pre-party. This got so big, it's now on Kiss FM. Can you go into a bit more depth for us and tell us this wonderful journey that you took?
Okay, so I had a pre-party in my home that started off literally like 10 people, play some good music, have some food, drinks on tap. Cool. 2.5 hours, then we'll go out clubbing. Simple. And then it escalated where people were starting to feel that vibe because there's nothing really in between 10:30 and 1:30 where you can really do it in Miami. It's like either a restaurant. The clubs are too early to kind of hit at that time because the clubs are going on to like 6, 7 in the morning. So you're not hitting the club till like 1:30. So there's that gap of nothing. So it was just like perfect. Pre-party started being 10, 20 people. Then it started to be 30. Then all of a sudden it escalated up to being 100 people in the house, but still contained. And the premise of it being 70% girls, 30% guys. I find it funny in clubs when people are getting mad because they're not on their table, and I'm just like, it's crazy how a wooden table has got so much priority in your life.
It's amazing. This table here has so much priority because we were sitting over there and they've moved us to this table. Tables are running the world.
They are. I mean, you got a table, especially if you throw like either a tripod camera or a bottle of champagne on it. All of a sudden, the women go crazy for it. So that's all you need is a camera, and some champagne, and a table, and you're good to go.
So you reckon that I can draw women in the high street, literally just buy a table, plonk it on the floor. Hopefully, girls can actually come up to me and
Try it. It's just for real.
But will I get on Kiss 100 like yourself?
You'll get grime daily for sure.
Get grime, blooming hell. What's it like being on Kiss though?
You know what? The fact that we were able to go from a house party, me just doing what I'm doing, grabbing on the mic, singing over other people's songs, not getting too gassed about trying to do my own music, because I think that would have just sort of, it's a bit too self-indulgent, just be like, yeah, just enjoy myself. We then approached Andy at Kiss FM, who's the boss of Kiss FM, and he's like, I'm down with actually doing this, translating this across over into the UK, putting it on a station. And I was like, cool, let's take an hour of the 2.5 hours that the whole thing goes on. Here's an hour of the section of it, and we ran with it. And people are now getting a little feel for what goes on in Miami. Also, it's throwback records, so I'm playing. I mean, I can play as new as you want to go, but I'm trying to like play songs at a house party. The songs that you know are gonna like go off. You ain't gonna hear Color Me Bad's I Wanna Sex You Up really in Miami anytime soon. At the same time as even Fat Joe's Lean Back, as big a tune as that is, it's just people are like, yeah, well, that's back in the day. We need to be playing whatever that guy is now. You know what I'm saying?
Let's talk about throwbacks, because you come from an era where I feel music, it meant something. Now it's a bit, disposable, comes out so quickly, like people are releasing 7 albums in 1 year, all ridiculous things like that. I was a massive fan. People are unaware that you were a DJ. You went into the singing world and you done a song, Can You Fill Me In? Now the beauty about this record is I felt that there was finally somebody on television that represented me. I didn't feel like anyone on television. I didn't feel like I could talk to them, or I used to go outside and see people similar to them. You've come up, okay, some of the things you're doing are a bit crazy, like climbing outside windows and standing on ledges. I was like, oh, it's a bit daring, I wouldn't do that. But, with women and situations like that, I mean, was that your intention to sort of bridge the gap between people like myself and the commercial world of music?
Do you know what? At the time when I was writing that album and that period of my life, I had no idea really what anything outside of me being in a studio playing music, just being about the music, how it would translate, if I'm being honest. But all I did know is that there was this belief factor in me that I was just like, you know what? I'm that guy. I will be that guy. And whatever that meant for me, I was in that zone. It was all like mind over matter for me. It was just like, I know I've got a talent, but I need to be diligent to go out there and make music with this, because there's a lot of talented people out there who don't really know what they're doing with it. You know what I'm saying?
I said, with all these influences, you've still managed to make a sound, like I said, which can relate to people like me. And I think the next record was even better. Because Monday, you took her for a drink on Tuesday. Now, by Wednesday, you was making love. Now, I kept thinking to myself, surely that must be 3 months down the line. It was actually 3 days down the line. Is it usually that easy for you?
Do you know what the difference though was making love? See how that's how I threw it. It wasn't like because I've had all of them like for Monday. Yeah, mate, well, you met the girl on Monday. Why did you just hit it on the same day? That really, if you're a bad man, you would have done that. But I was just like, you know what? Come Wednesday, we weren't just having sex. We were making love. Making love is a different kind of. You're finessing it differently. That's when how you've converted that from being a moment of just like, yeah, met the girl, took her for a drink.
Yeah.
But then on the Wednesday, it wasn't like she was intoxicated.
She was making
Tuesday, you had the drink.
Ah.
You didn't do let's do a whole load of tequila shots and then all of a sudden let one night stand happen. It was like, come Wednesday, you were conversing the whole.
And Thursday and Friday and Saturday.
Yeah, you had to chill on the Sunday because
that was a lot time consuming. A lot of zinc was lost. Oh, blimmin' hell.
to be honest.
You can see he goes to the gym, and I can see why he's got so much energy. Me, I'm flipping tired after walking around Hyde Park once. So,
You came in. You were quite energetic. You were quite.
you reckon so?
Yeah, quite brisk the way you came in. Still.
Brisk, I like that.
Yeah.
I always thought it was quite angelic, and I can't think of any other nice words, but we'll stick with brisk. In studio right now, do you have plans of dropping anything? You working with any artists that you can reveal information that the Spurs fan won't get upset about, or?
Well, to be honest, he'd only really get upset if I was kind of like doing any tracks with an Arsenal supporter or Arsenal player. But so I'm just saying. But I mean, for me, I'm a Southampton guy. So and Portsmouth aren't in the same league anymore. So to be honest, we can work with anyone.
I'm really pleased to hear Craig Davis back in the studio. So solid going on tour. I feel like I'm like, 17, 18 again. Kind of probably reveals me age, but I'm not going to talk about that anymore. Can I just say thank you so much?
Thank you so much.
Nicest Southampton fan I've ever met. Spurs fans not too bad as well, but it's very quiet, isn't it?
Quiet, yeah.
So I feel like it's May now. Don't worry, Spurs, you will sing one day. Bye, everyone.
GRM, know what's going on, lady. GRM, check it out on the thing. GRM, check it out on the thing. GRM, GRM.